Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone this evening? How are we doing this evening? What is going on out there? If you're with me, let me know. I need to know that I'm with you. And you hear me fine and you see me fine. What is going on? I need to make sure that everybody can hear me and see me just fine. Hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Oh my goodness. Happy New Year's. If you're out there with me this evening, please let me know. Send me something out there in the chat so I can know that you're out there and that you hear me just fine. Wow. It is a new year. It is 2021. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Yes, as you can see, we partied it up over here for New Year's. My gals went to town and they got a little tipsy back here. The party really happened around here. But you see, I got my designated drivers. They still up and standing strong. You know, the glasses might be tilted a little bit, but that was because they was knocked off of them. Yeah, you know what? It's evening time. Let's take those off. Yes, how you doing? And then you see I got my other one up there up top. She's the only one stunning tall. You see, we party. Oh, my goodness. How did my earring get hanging off me? Oh, my goodness. I had my earring hanging off. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Oh, Lord. How did her clip get in my hair? Jesus. Yes, we had a good time for New Year's. I hope you all had the same. They still sleeping. I think I'm going to have to let them sleep another day. I think they need their rest. But next time they'll be up and strong. Okay? They will. They will. Now, make sure, like I always say, make sure you have your sip with you. Whatever you're sipping on tonight. Remember, always have to have your water. And yes, I have my water. Yes, and there is a reason that my cup says hers. We will discuss this shortly in the show. Yes, there's a reason I have my cup says hers. Yes, and yeah, has a lot to do with the topic. Relationships today. I have so much water today. Matter of fact, I'm only drinking water. No wine today. No wine. No extra beverage. Nothing that today. I even have my big pitcher of water. I'm seriously drinking water today. Especially on the topic we're on. I want to make sure that everything comes out accurately and there's no miscommunication. Because this is to help people's relationships. Help us understand. You never know. We might get my husband to filter in on us. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Today, we're going to just dive right on into it. Because usually my segments are usually pretty long. So we're going to dive right on into it. Plus, it's after New Year's, and I know you guys want to relax and you're tired. But this is some good information that you need to prosper going into the new year of 2021. So, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Wow. Isn't it great when New Year's and Christmas stuff like that fall on the weekend and you got all that extra long time to recuperate? But this time, because we all on quarantine and people can't go nowhere and do nothing, you actually had a chance to actually relax. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you travel safe. Hope everyone in your family is safe. Please, please watch what you're doing out there. Last content, I misspoke about a city, about that bombing, and I said Kentucky, and I meant Tennessee. I was so sorry. I said that. I believe I said that wrong. So I do want to apologize and correct that. But you guys do know that there is a new strand of COVID or something out, and it has showed up in, I believe I read Colorado and California. A new strand that's supposed to be worse than the existing strand. Also 2021, January, what's it today? January 2nd, 2021. Just some information I'm throwing out there. I know they were disappointed on how many people they wanted vaccinated. I think currently there's 2 million people vaccinated. And the goal was, I want to say 25 million, but it could have been 12 million. But regardless of whatever the goal was, they're so far off their numbers that I'm going to tell y'all, remember this day, 2022. We will be having a conversation. I hope and pray not, but we're going to be having the same conversation about what hasn't been done and what the things need to be done and all so on and so forth. Thank you very kindly. My daughter sent me my message. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She said everything sounds good, so I hope everybody is hearing me well. I don't know why you guys can't. I can't get to this side over here. I can't see this side. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. Get over into this conversation. Today, this evening, we're going to dive into relationships. This is a very hard topic. Everybody in the world has a problem. Whatever your partner is, male, female, doesn't matter. Black, white, doesn't matter. Whatever your nationality, wherever you come from, the main thing in a relationship is you have to communicate. There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. There's nothing even to talk about it. There's nothing even to discuss about it. It is what it is. And when I say communicate, I mean communicate to each other and not at each other. And that's what it is. That's what it is, all in a nutshell. At each other. And that's where your problems are. And you can always have problems there. And nothing's going to be resolved if you don't communicate to each other. And that means listening to that person. So 9 times out of 10, that's why a lot of relationships, fail. 9 times out of 10. Lack of communication. Regardless, whatever the situation is, why you split. Cheating, adultery, fornication, whatever, all that extra stuff. Whatever the problem is, you grow apart, you grow distant, your needs, your wants change. It's because it was never communicated. And if it was, 9 times out of 10, that person didn't listen. And it was because they was listening at it and not to you. I mean, this is going to be something hard for everybody to understand and for us to get a grip on. So because of that, we want to break this word relationship down. Now, you're going to see me drinking a lot of water tonight. My menopause is on bump tonight, so I really need the water. So I am going to be drinking a lot more water tonight, but I am only drinking water tonight. Remember when you drink that truth serum, what it does to you? What did I tell you? That truth serum, it's truth serum. That alcohol, that lick, that drink, you can't stop drinking. You start telling the truth, getting upset. Truth serum. Alcohol. Yeah. You might want to leave that stuff alone. Dangerous. And if you do not drink and drive. And if you do, don't tell them that you looked at my show, because I ain't telling you to drink and drive. Don't get behind the wheel. But you need to leave that truth serum alone. 2021, we need to back up off of that, and we need to actually speak the truth. We need to have some patience. We need to be honest. And today we're going to communicate. So I went on a mission to, you know how I am with my trusty dictionaries. I went on a mission to look up what relationship was. The definition. So as we know, I must need my sexy specs, so they must go on. Sorry. If you get a glare, I do apologize, but I have to use them. Whew. All right. So, as I was saying about relationships, I went on a mission and I went to go look it up. So let's go ahead and knock this one out. You know, you guys all know the dictionaries that I use. Well, of course, it's not going to be in this one. Why? Because it only goes up to PL. When did I just find that out? Just Wednesday. See how I'm being honest? See, I ain't got time to lie. See, it was just so easy to tell the truth there. Plus, with technology, you can go back and just prove that I lied, but why lie? Okay. Well, so, of course, relationship wasn't there. And don't know if we're going to ever find another book of that one. So, we'll see what happens with that. So, then I went to my 5-book series. Sorry. My 5-book series. 2 of them I'm using. This was a set of dictionaries I bought many years ago. And we pull out the 2 that I use, which is the Webster Dictionary. It says the New Webster Dictionary, and the Webster's Thesaurus. All right. So I no particular order. I pulled out and I opened up the thesaurus first. I marked the page on it. Oh, and I just lost the page on it. Let's see, can I find the page back? Because I thought I saw 193. Yep, I did. Very good. Okay. So, I looked up the word relationship. The word itself was not listed in this dictionary. I'm sorry, this thesaurus. The word relationship was not listed. And what it said was, when I looked up the word relationship, it says, see relation. Interesting. I thought, why wouldn't the word relationship be in here? You might be asking the same question. Okay. So we do that. I look it up. And it says, so I look up, and it's just the next word up. So it's not like the word couldn't have been there. That's where relationship should have been in the dictionary, but it wasn't there. We went to relation, and it says alliance, bearing. Now, remind you, this is the thesaurus. Okay. Connection, correlation, correspondence, likeness, reference, Relationship, that's when it appeared. Relevancy, similarity, affinity, bond, family, connection, filtration, kindred, kinship, link, sibling, tie, and union. Okay. Now, listening to those words, did any of them make you think of your own relationship? It should have. Every word should have made it seem like you touch bases on your own relationship. Every word. Alliance. I'm going to tell you, to have a ride or die person in your corner is what you need. That's an alliance. And your spouse, your significant other, your partner, your bestie, your friend, whatever you want to call it, that is what you're supposed to have. An alliance. Whew. That just make me run chills all up in me when I hear that. Need some water. Need some water. I know some of y'all thinking right now, what do I have in my corner? I know y'all better be checking. All right, let's keep going. The second book, the dictionary. Once again, it did not have the word relationship. It had relation. And it said connection between things. Kinship, reference, narrative. You might have to go back and look that reference narrative up because I quite don't understand that. If you understand it, please put it in the chat. Hey, sis. Oh, hey, son-in-law. How's my Emmy over there? See, my daughter and her husband, they have a great relationship. Why? Because they're communicating. And that's why they're both on here tonight, because they're listening so they can help and get themselves stronger. Because we're communicating, but we're listening to each other, not at each other. That is the biggest thing. If y'all could if you could just listen to what that person's needs are and not try to change them. They can't change. Ain't no changing. It ain't no changing the way because you think your way is right. There is no wrongs. There are no rights. Okay? All right, so that's what this dictionary had to offer. So then, let's see, we'll put that over here. We're going to move on to, y'all know what I call it? My Blue Jean dictionary. Blue Jean. And once again, the word relationship was not in my dictionary. I'm sorry, I didn't put my phone on silent. Do apologize. If y'all hear anything, let me just try to put this off. Sorry about that. So my Blue Jean did not have the word relationship. However, it had relation, and its words meant narrative, connection. Boy, I know I'm telling you, connection, association. Connection and association. Connection. That's a powerful word in a relationship. You got to be connected by something. Okay? And we're going to talk about all of that. Connection. Either it's connection by blood or connection by marriage or connection by relationship. But you have a connection. Powerful connection. Alrighty. Let's move on. We went on to my red book. Y'all know I call this my red dictionary. Once again, the word relationship was not in here. But relation was. Relation. And it says the act of relating. Account. Reference. Connection. Kindred. A relative. Proportum? Not sure. Sorry about that. I didn't look that word up. But as you see, it also has a lot of the same definitions and words related. Now, I hope while we're going through this, you're actually thinking of your own relationship and thinking how you make those things work on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to tell y'all one of the biggest things, and I'm going to keep saying it over and 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 over again. You must communicate. You must communicate. You must communicate. And you have to listen to that person's needs. Listen. Not just assume that you are automatically right because you think you know everything. It doesn't work like that. That person was not raised the way you were raised. Generally, opposite attracts. So, generally, if you're in a relationship, that person is totally opposite of you anyway, and y'all come together and y'all enjoy some things together, but you actually enjoy some of the things that person enjoys, and that person actually enjoys some of the things you enjoy. Connection. Okay? Now, we get to my last dictionary. Dictionary/thesaurus. And guess what? Guess the heck what? This one. Out of all, I'm spitting. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, y'all. This one, out of all my dictionaries, actually had the word relationship. Y'all see this? This one actually had the word relationship and relation. I done went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even this small thesaurus said they had the same words as the other. All these dictionaries and only one had the word relationship. Now, let's see what it says. You might ask. Relationship. Link. Tie. Alliance, connection, union, bond, affinity, conjunction. And the antonyms against it, separation, disunion. Now, I know if not all those words, 75% of them words apply to your everyday relationship right now. I know for a fact. I know. Now, that was relationship. Now, relation said, indeed, I'm going to have to look that word up and we'll talk about it next time. Compact, correlation, alliance, connection, relationship, association, partnership, similarity, kinsman, treaty, marriage. And then the antonyms against it were separation. Once again, use separation. That means you're apart. Makes sense. And divorce. And that's what we're here on the TJ Boone Report. When you sit and conversate with me, we're going to try to figure out how to save some of these divorces and splits. Only if they should be saved. But we both people got to be willing to work at it. It's a 50-50 thing. And trials and tribulations and things happen through relationships. And sometimes that 50-50 goes 30-70. But that 70 person strong. And they push or she push or he push. And they push that back down to make it 50-50. Because sometimes things teeter off. When teeter off, that's when that other half becomes stronger to hold that entity, and then they push back down to give that balance back out. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all feel that? It's a balance. It's a balance in relationships and motives and stuff and things like that. And you got to be able to know when to teeter that off. Up and down, up and down. You know what I'm saying? You got to know when to do that. All right. And then this thesaurus, the small tiny book here, we're going to call this tiny. Because this is my little hand thesaurus. Had the same words as the other thesaurus. However, it had one additional or few additional words. I'm going to take that back. Multiple additional words. But one that stood out to me, and I actually went to look it up, and it was called interdependence. I re-looked at the word again to make sure that I was not right. See, I have the page mark, and it's right here. And it says enter, I-N-T-E-R, dependence. And I had to go look that up because I had no idea what that meant. And what did it have to do with relationships or relation? And I went to Google, of course, because none of the dictionaries had it. None of the dictionaries. I didn't check the big one. We could check that one. But I didn't check the big one. But the rest of the ones, they did not have this word. So I had to go to Google. And it says, the dependence of two or more people or things on each other. A relationship has to be two or more people. Depends on the type of relationship it is. But tonight we're talking about couples. So with couples, two people is a relationship. Now, if you have three people in your relationship, that's on you. But both of you have to have an understanding of that. One of you can't. You can't have a relationship with someone and one of you out stepping out. Creak, 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 creak. Cheep, 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 cheep. Thinking you tiptoeing. And you out in a relationship with somebody else. That's just not going to work. That's called cheating. And you have broken your alliance. And, I mean, it's just come back from that most times. Because you've given your goodies to someone else. And then the first person don't want them goodies because they've been touched. Whew, okay. Whew. I'm just saying. So, interdependence. That is a dependent upon one another. And most marriages, most relationships, y'all are dependent on one another for everything. I mean, it is what it is. So I said that to bring this in too. That's why you see I have a cup that says hers on it, correctly? Right? I also bought one for my husband that says his on it. See that? His. Okay. What? It's even different colors. His is black. Mine is white. So that means there should be no interference on whose cup is who. Well, he uses his cup and he uses my cup. So therefore, when I go to use my cup, it's not there. And then I go look for it. And then it's in the car or something or somewhere. And along with his cup too. So guess what? Today, I have both cups. And they're mine. And I'm drinking my water out of it. I'm going to be drinking it all night. Make sure I keep up with it. And we know, what do we have? We have a communication because we know that cups and things like that disappear. If you want your cup, either you're going to go look for it. Ain't no sense bitching about it because that's what he going to do. Whatever he reach in the morning and grab, or in the evening, if he's making some cup of coffee, he's going to drink it and he's going to grab whatever cup that can make it to the car and make it on his way. So, if you're upset about your cup, don't leave it out. That's why I have my cup. Now, tomorrow I can't say the same once it goes in the dishwasher and gets washed. And then it goes back open to the public for fair game. So I can't guarantee I'm going to have it tomorrow. But this is a communication that we have. We have an understanding. I know that this is what he's going to do. There's no sense in me getting mad and upset and pissed off. Translating back to you. There's no sense of you guys getting mad and pissed off about something that they do. Men do it. Women do it. Everybody has a fault, a trait. Somebody does something. Ask you this question. And I'm going to go over to the chat for this one because I want to see. Have you ever gotten pissed off, which I know you have? What was the outcome? I'll wait. What was the outcome? Was it a good outcome or was it a bad outcome? All right. Well, nobody wants to talk about it. I bet y'all can go home and y'all gonna think about this later on. And then y'all gonna start flying off answer questions and stuff. Y'all gonna have answers. Y'all can always at any time send go to the channel and send your questions. I'm always out there. Well, I'm not always out there, but I will see them. I will see them. Nobody wants to talk about anything? Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to also talk about, now we're going to talk about, since we looked up what relations is and what relationship is, we're going to talk about how we now interacted into our relationship as couples. Now, if we don't cover enough on today, when we come back on for Wednesday, we can have another conversation about couples, because Wednesday I think we go on to friends. If not, if I didn't have it out there as friends, I want friends to be next, because family, that's that touchy one, and I want that to be last. That's a get ready moment. So we're going to work on some skills. I'm going to give you guys just a few little skills. I tried to print this out, but my printer was not being nice today. Why? Because it's 2021. But we're going to talk about some skills for a happy relationship. Number one, we got 5 things here. Number one, empathy. Each person must have empathy. Each person. It's got to be a two-way street. Two-way street. That's something my husband always say. It always has to be on a street, two-way street. You can't be on a one-way dead end. It has to go both ways. Both of you guys have to have empathy. Each people deal with situations differently. And you have to have the patience to let that person deal with a situation the way they can deal with it. Sometimes arguments reach a stalemate between each partner is willing to listen to what the other is saying. You have to be willing to listen to what each person is saying. Number 2, communication. Exactly what I talked about from the very beginning. If you do not communicate, and if you don't understand what it is, reach out to me. Text me if you know my cell number. If not, put it out in the chat. If not, go to my channel. You guys can leave messages. If you do not understand communication, please check it out. Give me a call. Because communication, it's an obvious one, but bears repeating. Communication is one of the most important skills in any relationship. And you can ask relationships that are 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. I cannot wait to get my Zoom going. Hopefully Sunday I'll be able to take my computer to church and my friend can help me get my Zoom going. When I get my Zoom going, we are going to bring in people with relationships that have been in long-term relationships. Relationships is not going to be a short segment. We are going to make sure that we really touch on relationships because we want 2021 to be a great year. We want everyone to have great relationships. I am on a mission of greatness. All right. So communication is number 2. Empathy was number 1. See, I wasn't able to print this. Sorry. So I'm writing it with you. Number 3, conflict. You have to be able to deal with each other's conflict. And saying that, what I'm saying is, when you guys separate and you leave each other, you go your direction, you go your direction. Things happen. And they have to be able to deal with it in their way. You cannot step in and keep suggesting, you should do it this way. You should do it this way. Well, when I did it this way. You should do it this way. First of all, you're not allowing that person to deal with it. And second of all, you keep influencing and keep suggesting. All that suggestion is not necessary. Back off. That's not the way to get a person to understand how to deal with. First of all, you need to listen to what the conflict is and let them marinate on it. Everybody doesn't get through situations the same way. And that's one of our problems too, because we don't communicate, because we don't let them people to people talk. You got to let them be able to get that conflict out. So that's number 3. So you got empathy, number 1. Communication, number 2. Conflict, number 3. Number 4, commitment. When you say I do to someone, or however you say it, promise ring, I love you, I'll be with you forever, whatever it is, you have to be committed. You can't let something wander by and catch your eye and you be like, lapdog. Now, what I'm not saying is, I'm not saying you're blind. You're going to look. But you should not be thirsting over someone else. That is not a commitment. When you say you're committed to someone, you should be committed to someone. You don't share goodies. It just doesn't happen. Commitment. And that other person, both people, is the two-way street. Every time I say this, I think of my husband. Because two-way street, everything. You got to be able, both of you guys, is what's good for one is good for the other. What's good for one is good for the other. Back and forth. Now, mind you, remember I said there are no wrongs and there are no rights. Everybody is in a learning period. Everybody. And since we've been home with each other, and everybody's been home and stuck and with their significant others, everybody has been, for a year, things have been trying because you're not used to being around that person. First of all, the ones that are married, you made a commitment that you want to be around them to death do us part. So if you're upset about being around them, then that's a problem that you already had before the pandemic. So the pandemic has nothing to do with that. Now, if they just did irritating stuff around the house that got on your nerves and stuff that you wouldn't do, that's something different. That's nothing to get divorced over. That's a communication thing. And if they don't change, then you just suck it up and deal with it and figure out something else. Simple. No. I know it's not simple because we all deal with it. But it's how you deal with it. All right. So now 4, we just talked about commitment. Number 5, love. Love, 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 love. Love, love, love. You must love the person. You gotta love them. And when I say love them, that means like, I don't know. I guess I can say you learn their dirty jaws. You pick them off the floor and just be like, they so silly. And you just throw them on in the hamper. It doesn't bother you. Or they leave stuff laying around or whatever, and you say, you just grab it on them. I love him, he's so cute. But when you look at them, they just melt you. They melt your heart. You just love them. You love the ground they walk on, the earth they breathe, the air they breathe. You'll go to the end of time with them and back. Love. We're going to touch on love one day. But you got to love them. You got to love them. So those are what Google says is the 5 top skills to a happy relationship. Now, we are going to factor in life in all of this. I'm not going to hold you long. Usually we be out here an hour. I am trying not to be out here an hour today. So we're going to go ahead and move on. I'm going to give y'all food for thought. When we come back on Wednesday, before we jump on into friends, we will probably go back to couples again. Because I want to make sure that we all marinate over this and everybody have a chance to really think about what's going on here. Because the next thing we're going to talk about, and that's where we're going to cut this today. It's the day after New Year's, and people, my gals is knocked out. I don't have no support in the back, nobody helping me. So, and I know everybody wants to chill and do their own thing. So I do thank you for coming out with me this evening. But when we come back on Wednesday, we're going to ask questions on how to get to know someone on a deeper level. I know that sounds good. If you really about your relationship and you really want to know about the person you with and what makes that person happy and what makes that person tick and what makes that person that you want to run away from because you want to make sure that you don't do it, but you want to also make sure that no one does it to that person, that's love. That's commitment. That's what we want to come back and touch. So on Wednesday, we're going to talk about ways to get to know your significant other deeper. I think I got goosebumps. I think that sounds absolutely wonderful. So to recap what we did today is we went over relationships and tried to give you a clearer understanding what relationship is, what relation is, and what relationship is. If you still need a better definition, please go out there and Google it, just like I did. Pull out dictionaries, just like I did. But listen to the words, think about them, and understand how you can act them and reenact them into your own relationship. Now, remember, there are no wrongs and there are no rights. So, as you're learning and you're going through, remember, Valentine's Day is coming up next month. And I want to prepare you guys for the 14th of February. Some of y'all might not be giving people gifts because you might decide that that's not the person for you. And it's okay. But you got to know that the person, when you giving somebody something or loving that person, you want to be happy. You guys really, really want to be happy. Y'all just remember these 5 important things. You must both have empathy. You both must communicate. I already got some people right now is already saying things. They're not communicating. There's conflict going on. They got conflict. So you can't have conflict. You have to be committed. But both of you, when I say both of you, you, him, they, them, both of you have to be committed to each other. And if one of you are not, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. You got to be committed. And you have to love that person. If all of that stuff is done and there is no more, it is time to move on. Not trying to cut you short, but if you have those things and you have a problem with all 5 of them, how you going to be with somebody? I'm just saying. You got to communicate. Really quick, I was talking to someone today, and they have a friend, and they really like talking to this friend. And when they talk to them, it makes them really giddy. They love it. And when they send text messages and things like that, the other person doesn't respond back. Sometimes it might take a week. So we was having a conversation today about what is the etiquette time in a response for a text message or email or whatever the message is. And because technology is so fast, we assume that that person is supposed to instantly respond to us. Because we instantly sent that message, we want an instant response. Now, this person finds that sometimes they get an instant response. Sometimes it comes a day or 2, 3, 4 days later, maybe a week later. They don't understand why is it like that. So the other day they had a conversation. And that one person said, "Oh, well, I thought you thought I was too forceful and I was doing too much." The other person said, "No, I thought you thought I was too forceful and doing too much." And they both get, laughing off. Ha ha ha. No, it's just fine. Do you. I love it. I want you to reach out to me. Okay. New Year's come and the person reaches out. Happy New Year, blah, 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 blah. It is now today, Saturday the 2nd, and they didn't get a response. So we were having a conversation on what's the response time for a text message. I asked that person, in the process of you having that conversation, you working things out, did you let that person know, hey, when I text message you, I would like for you to respond to me within 12 to 24 hours or something to that effect? No. Well, you can't assume that person knows that you want them to respond to you right away. And no, it's not a relationship. It's a half relationship. My sister said that is not a relationship. You're absolutely right. It can't be a relationship. They're in a tentative relationship, I guess you want to say. But my thing is that they're still not communicating. You have to let a person know what your wants and needs are. You have to say, hey, when I send you a text message, I need for you to respond within at least 12 hours or something. But saying that, is there a etiquette in response times for text messages when anybody sends you a message? Oh, okay. So I just had someone say that's a good one. The relationship dictates the priority of the response. Interesting. See, this is what I know that this was going to happen, and we're going to push this in. I am not going to make y'all stay out here. We are going to wrap this up. That's good. The communication was silenced. Oh, wow. No, even half. Okay. Wow. See how I knew that this relationship thing was going to be tricky. I knew it because question after question happens. You have to communicate. What I'm saying is you still have to communicate all your wants and needs. And if you never tell the person, you cannot assume that this person is going to do things the way that you want it done. Especially if they were not raised the way you were raised. I'm taking that in because that applies to me as well. Because guess what? What I'll say, there are no wrongs. There are no rights. The communication was silence. Giving some good topics there. Yeah. That's some good responses there. So let's see. We're not listening. So what I want to tell you over the next couple of days, as we come back and talk about this again, I want you guys to make sure that you are listening to each other. Don't just block them off like, yeah, I don't want to hear this. Boring. You're not right. Because you cannot dictate someone's feelings. You cannot dictate how someone feels. You have to listen to them. But the person has to communicate it. So it's a two-way street. You both have to listen. You both have to communicate. We will talk on this again because this is nowhere near done. So next week I will be changing topic for Wednesday. We will stay on couples because I think this is very important that we all get an understanding. Maybe people can come back and give me some answers on what is proper etiquette in response to text messages from whomever it is. So that means work related, friend related, couple related, side piece related. Let's just touch areas on all. Let's just touch all that on all areas. We gonna end up. This topic alone is gonna end up being a 2 to 3 part series. I mean, it's so much involved. There's no way that we could cover every single thing. I mean, this is gonna be pretty good and long, but hopefully that everybody gets an understanding and we all understand it and learn together. We're gonna wrap this up because I told you I wasn't gonna keep you long, and I see my time ticking. We're gonna wrap this up. I want to make sure that you all had a beautiful, wonderful evening. I hope you all had a wonderful new year. I'm not going to forget tonight. Please, please, please subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your family. I know that this is information that we're going to be putting out that somebody can use in their own relationship. Let's save somebody. Let's save our community. Let's save all of the United States. Let's everybody get together and let's all talk about things in a respectful way that we understand. I want to communicate. So subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the the notification bell if you want to know when I'm going live. I will probably be going live every Wednesday and every Saturday. If I'm not live, I will be putting content out every Wednesday and Saturdays. Now, if things get juicy and happen, it's possible I might put content out there even more. So that's why you want to hit that notification button. Please like. Please share. Please share. If there was something that we touched on that you didn't agree with, let me know in my comments. Give me some information. If there was something we touched on that you did like, please let me know. If there's something that you want us to talk about, if you're going through something, you need some help or clarification, let me know. That is what I'm here for. I'm here to help. We are here to help because what does it take? They said it takes a village. It takes a village to raise a kid or a community, right? And I think we forgot that. I think we've let that lack by. We got technology and everything working for us. But that village needs to come back. We need everybody. I was on the phone with my sister today and my niece was acting a fool. And she needed me to be on correspondence with her. I had to jump on correspondence with her because we were on FaceTime. She was like, see, TT's mad. And I had to go, I'm mad too. Zuri straightened up and she went on and played and did something else. She said, you gotta see, it took that village. We all have to be together and we have to do this together. It's a village that's going to raise our community, our children, our relationships so that we can grow. So, like I said, once again, don't forget, subscribe, like, and share. Share with everybody. Share with people you don't even know. Somebody might be walking down the street, sound like they're having a bad time. Say, hey, go on YouTube, the TJ's Boom Report. Just let them know we are in deep conversation. My gals on Wednesday should be all recovered from New Year's. You see my designated is working overtime to make sure everybody good. My designated right here, don't forget, I need to get some names. We need to get her name come Wednesday. And then we'll work on my next designated driver up here on next Wednesday. So you see the two. We got my blonde and my brunette up there. I need some names for them so we can get all my heads and all my gals around here named. We only got Jazzy named, and Jazzy is asleep. She is knocked out. She ain't coming up. No air. So, thank you once again. Have a beautiful evening. I love you guys. There are no wrongs. There are no rights. Just communicate and it'll be all right. Love you guys. Have a great evening. Bye.